Welcome, thanks for stopping by. It's time to learn with our friend Clive. So grab your brush, have
Hello
a great
and welcome,
time.
and thank you very, very much for joining me in the studio. Not only do I do paintings on a weekly basis, but I'm also doing modeling videos as well. Now, there's a thing that I can show you that is used for both. It's a way of thinning your acrylic paints and making them into washes and stuff, and making them very stable, not just on canvases and cardboard, but also on plastic models as well, such as old Rachner there. This is one of my little models that I'm currently in process of making. Yes, so let's have a look down and see what we can come up with. Oh, we do have fun. We do have fun. The only thing I want to stress is that I don't take life too seriously, even though I am a grumpy old man in Wales, and I like to have a little grump, a little moan and all that other stuff, and I think it's very important to be able to do that. Anyway, one of the things we need is a little weighing scales. Mine have seen better days. It's all full of gunk, but as long as you tear it, that's at grams. Let's put it onto milliliters, because that's what we're going to be working in today. The other thing you want to do is pop along to the range and pick up a couple of these. Two of these are £1, 2 for £1, or you can buy them on the internet if you want to buy a lot more. And all you need to do with these is get a snip and snip the end off like that, and undo that, and then place that on there. There you go. And then you've got your little dropper bottle, and you can make some fantastic stuff out of that dropper bottle. So let's put our dropper bottle on there and let's tear that. So that means that that scales is 0, including the bottle. Now, the other thing I've got today is an old orange juice with bits bottle. Yes. And I boil some water and fill that up with boiling water and let it cool, and it becomes like a distilled type of water. There's nothing in that. Once it's boiled, it's like a deionized water. Now, I'm a window cleaner by trade. I know all it is to know about water, because I use a filter system in my van, and that deionizes the water, so I could quite easily just get some of that out of the van. But I was a bit lazy today, so I'm going to put a bit of that in my little container, just like that. And what we need in here is roughly about 150 ml of water. And this can be used for acrylic paints all across the board, including if you want to use it to thin down your acrylic paints for painting. Am I going to have enough room in there, I ask myself? Am I going to have enough room, or do I have to half my measurements? I might have to half my measurements. Do you know, I think I'm going to have to. So 150 is 75. Let's just put 75 in there. There we go. So 75 mils of water. 75 mils. Approximately. Doesn't have to matter. This is not an exact science. I don't do exact science. I don't. It gives me headaches. That's what it does. Yeah, I found this in the kitchen drawer. Don't tell a wife. I managed to pinch that out of the kitchen drawer. I think she uses that for cooking, and she's going to be looking for that in a few weeks, because we got a birthday coming up, and she's got to do a birthday cake, and she's going to go, "Where's my measuring pots?" I said, "I have no idea, darling." So we also need 50. I got some of this. This is glycerin. This is vegetable glycerin. It's used in baking. That's another thing I just stole off the wife, so don't tell her. We're going to need get a drippy droppy bottle. Have I got any drippy droppy? Have I got any drippy droppy things here? I got some drippy droppy things in my drawer somewhere. Just 1 second. Where's my drippy droppy things? There they are. And let's move this light back. There we go. Upset the camera. Don't want to do that. So I'm going on half, so I would say about 7 drops of glycerin. This is quite thick stuff. There we go. 7 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we are. Now you could stop at that. You could quite easily stop at that. If you wanted to add that to your acrylic paint, it would act as a little bit of a flow improver, and the glycerin works to be able to break down the surface tension of water as well. But I'm not going to stop there. I've also got some isopropylene alcohol. Now watch this stuff, okay? I need to read all the instructions and follow the safety precautions and all that type of stuff. Okay, so let's tear that, because what I need in this is some isopropylene alcohol. I'm going to need about 10 milliliters. Maybe better to pour it in, Clive. There we are. Only about 10 milliliters. About 10 milliliters. 10 milliliters. Milliliters that are 10. There you go. And all you need to do is put your lid on top, and you have got some really good paint thinners there for acrylic paint. All you need to do is get some paint. Let's get rid of that. We need some acrylic paint. Bum, 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 bum. So this is a modeling paint. It's the same as any other acrylic paint. That is, it's just basically acrylic paint. That's it. So if you wanted to thin that down, you can also use this for thinning down your airbrush as well, as if you wanted to. So you just need to put a little bit of that into your paint, and you need to get a little stirrer stick, or in my case a little cocktail stick, and give it a thinny, sturdy, and there's your paint. Now you need to check out to see how thin you want to get that for the airbrush, obviously. And the glycerin in that mixture is going to stop the tip on the airbrush drying. So I'm giving you loads of tips here, really, aren't I? So not only you can use this for thinning your acrylic paints to paint your models, you can use this for thinning your paints for painting paintings, and that is going to act really well, because it's going to stop drying out your acrylic paint. Now all you need to do to that is to turn it into what I call my airbrush cleaner. So you can see it's a different color. Why is it a different color? Because all I've done is I've added, if I can get some, where have I put it? Some of that stuff. So there we go. Some elbow grease glass cleaner. Now it has got vinegar in it. Don't worry too much about it. If it has, if the vinegar will actually take off the stainless steel coating that you've got on your airbrush. But if you don't use your airbrush very much, then it's not going to matter. But yeah, you can use that, and you could use this also for cleaning your brushes. There's another video I did. You could use this for just cleaning your brushes for acrylic paints. You can make a batch of that up. So it's basically this mixture, and then all you're adding is a couple of drops, literally a couple of drops of the window cleaner fluid, and you don't want much in there. There we are, and that's going to give that little bit of a soapy feeling about the fluid in order to clean your brush. So there we go. So we've made some thinning agent. Now you might be asking, how can I stop my acrylic paints from drying? Well, that's a good question. So if you want to make a retarder, then I suggest you put a little bit of there we go, I got some here. So if you want to stop your paints from drying, use the same mixture. The where did I put that bottle? Where have I put it? I've lost it. No, it's gone and hid. Where did I put that? I just put that down somewhere. No, there it is. So you've got 75 mils of water in this particular container. You've got about 7 drops of glycerin. You've got what did I say? About 7 to 10 milliliters of isopropylene alcohol in there. That's your thinner. Just put a bit of poppyline glycol in that as well. That's going to be in place of the glycerin, really. or you can just add a few drops of this to water. The more of this you put into the water, the more it's going to retard, because it's just going to thicken up the water basically to stop it evaporating so much. That's all it is. Just think about evaporations. So now I've completely confused you. I'm going to leave you with there. So I hope you've picked up a little bit from that. So watch the video again if you're not too sure. It's not an exact science. Don't be bogged down by specific amounts of this and specific amounts of that. It's just a rough guide. So if you want something to thin your paint, then use this mixture there. If you want something to retard your paint, then add a little bit of propylene glycol to some just ordinary tap water, or even I'd always use boiled water. If you want to make an airbrush cleaner, then all you're going to do is add some of that window cleaner to the same mix. So basically this will do everything that you will get in the shop, which will cost you a fortune. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to see if I can get some modelling done. And I might be making videos on some model making, so if you're interested in that, just join me on the channel. There you go. I'll see you next time.
And don't forget to click subscribe.